Hi, my name's Deborah and I want to help you communicate better. A while ago, I read a comment from one of my subscribers that asked me to explain how to pronounce words like bitter, better, water, and later. Okay. I guess I'll just edit this later. But let me get started with the lesson. What we're looking at is the difference between how a word is spelled and how a word is pronounced. I think a lot of pronunciation problems happen when we look at the letters in the word and don't listen to native speakers saying the word. In this particular case, we have the letter T in the middle of the word, in between two vowels. And these words, I'm going to say, end with an ER. So if you were looking at the word, let's say we were looking at the word water. I will write the word water, W-A-T-E-R. So we have the two vowels, the letter T in between, and an ER at the end. What happens with a word like this is I'm going to start with the ER. What happens with the ER is you drop the E sound in the word and just say the letter R. The sound creates its own syllable. So the word water has two syllables, wat and right? Two syllables. And we're dropping the E sound, but in writing, you still write the letter E. Okay, so essentially it's a You're just gonna go straight into like the R sound. The second component I wanna talk about is the T and how the T becomes a D sound. When we're writing it, we still write the letter T. Because of the nature of the surrounding sounds, the T, when we're speaking fast, sounds more like a D sound instead of a T sound. Essentially, you're taking a voiceless consonant and making it a voiced consonant, D, because it's surrounded by voiced vowels. So the word water becomes water. Why is that? How is that? How do we do it? Okay, so we're gonna take the T and make it a D sound. I want you to practice loosening your tongue, okay? Relax the tongue. Don't think of all the letters in the word, just think of how the word sounds. Water. Loosen your tongue, and I want you to pay attention to right behind your teeth. There's a ridge, a bump, and your tongue is going to flap back to make the der sound, okay? Water. So practice this. So you're flipping your tongue from your teeth all the way back. You can even practice and have a little fun with it and just move your tongue around with those, play with those sounds. Just loosen the tongue. And then you want to just say the word water. So you're going to flip the tongue back across that bump and just go straight into the sound. Water. Water. Let's see, some other words with the same pattern. Pattern would be another one. My friend's name is Betty, B-E-T-T-Y. So I'm just gonna flap the tongue and turn the two T's into a D sound, Betty. Butter, I like butter on my toast. I will eat some butter later. Betty will eat some butter later. These are some practice sentences for you. Betty will eat butter later. If you add water, it will be wetter. Wet, wetter. W-E-T-T-E-R, more wet. If you add water, it will be wetter. Bitter. The lemon is bitter. So there is actually, if you do a search and look for the Betty's Batter tongue twister, you can find it. It's something like Betty Butter's bitter butter makes her batter better. And you can practice it, but I really want you to master the sounds first. Master that flap sound where your tongue bumps that ridge right behind your teeth and goes straight into the sound. I'll give you some words. I want you to practice, repeat them after me. Turn the T into a D sound. And I'll say these words slow in a list, and then I will say them quickly, and you can say them on your own. You can write them down and practice them, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. At the end of the video, if you have been practicing, I would like for you to send me a sound clip of you saying these words or sentences, and let me know how the practice is going. With those sound clips, I'll be able to help you individually on whatever issues you might still be having. Okay, so the words: bitter, batter, butter, Betty, water, wetter, later. A similar phenomenon happens with words that end with an L-E or E-L, like the word bottle. So instead of the sound, you'll make the L sound, but the T still turns into the voiced D consonant. Okay, so in the word bottle. Also in phrases like get a bottle or get a, I can't think of another word, get a job, okay? If you're saying it fast, you would say get a job, get a job, get out, get away from me. It's get a or get away. It turns into the D sound, okay? Get out, get a glass of water, get a bottle of water. Betty bought a better car. Saying that really slowly, Betty bought a better car. But saying it quickly, you're going to kind of automatically turn those T letters into D sounds. So once again, I can't stress this enough. Written English is not pronounced like all the letters are supposed to sound. I could get into why. Maybe I'll make another video on the aerodynamics of why a consonant in between two vowels becomes a voice consonant. But I'm not going to do that now. So what I'll do is I'll just leave it with this. I'm going to say the words again. I want you to repeat them after me. And again, if you can, send me a sound clip so I can help you individually. Bitter, batter, butter, water, later, wetter, get out, get a glass of water, get a bottle of water, Betty bought a better car. So that concludes my pronunciation lesson for this evening, and I wanted to thank you all for visiting. I appreciate any comments that you have, and as always, if you want to get in touch with me for individual lessons or suggestions, right now I'm doing sort of advice. Just if you have a question for me, I will answer it directly for you. You can follow me on Twitter at @4ClearEnglish. Subscribe here. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and encourage your friends to subscribe as well. Like I said, again, if you have any questions, I will answer them individually. You can leave a comment or you can direct message me on Twitter. Thank you so much for your time and have a good day. See you next time.